This is a wonderful, cute young couple, and they are here together with us somewhere in the Zoom call. I don't know where. I can't see anyone's faces actually. But yeah, I I feel very soft on the inside when I see a cute couple. So I see this picture right in front of me and I was like, oh, this is so cute. This is so precious. And if you guys didn't know, if you guys haven't been looking at the flyers or the emails, this talk that we're going to be hearing about from Sunny and Jeremy is about how to create lasting and loving relationships. And I just kind of want to go through these pictures that they really wanted to share. And it really shows like how, just simply like how beautiful the relationships that they have together and even with their family. Like, look at this. So cute. And so just very briefly, this is how I really want to introduce to you guys formally who they are. Jerry Ryan is from Western Washington University, and he has a double bachelor's in accounting and finance. And he works for an international accounting firm in Portland right now. And Sunny Ryan, she graduated from Washington State University with a bachelor in English and now works at a real estate company in Portland, Oregon. And both of them actually, they're a new couple. They actually recently got married February last year, and they currently reside in Oregon. And this is really cute, and I really vibe with this too. They love nature walks, they love cooking and traveling. Those are three of my favorite things too. So I'm really happy to introduce this couple to you guys. So let's give a round of applause to Sunny and Jeremy Ryan.
Woo!
Yeah, Sunny!
Yeah!
Woo! Jeremy!
Woo!
It is such an honor to be speaking for CARP. CARP holds a very special place in my heart. I've constantly crossed paths with various CARP chapters just over the past decade. So I'm just very, very honored to be here and to even be asked to be a guest speaker. It's like, oh my gosh, me? So yeah, we'll just dive right into it. As she said, we're from Portland, Oregon. I'm Sunny, and this is my husband, Jeremy. We've been married for a little over a year now, and we are a young couple. Both of us are 26, but we're both done with school, and we're in the workforce now. So all those pictures are from last year. So the question we are answering tonight is, how can I prepare for a loving and lasting relationship? And guess what? You guys are already one step ahead of the game simply by being here and asking yourselves this question, because it's my belief that we see so much unhappiness in relationships, especially our astronomically high divorce rate, because people typically don't start asking this question until they've either been proposed to or are engaged. So I commend all of you guys who are here. There's almost 60 of us here because it's a sign that you guys do care and you're taking ownership over your future relationship, and hats off to you guys. The younger, the better. So a quick background on Jeremy and I. We actually have known each other since about 3rd grade. We used to attend summer camps together, and we even served on a mission trip overseas together in the Dominican Republic in 2014. Our parents have known each other for a long time. They've been missionaries for many years. So we, though, were never really close, just, friends, stayed Facebook friends for a while. So it was actually our parents who set us up together. My mom suggested Jeremy as a prospect potential boyfriend thing, and I was weirded out at first, but decided to reach out to him, and one thing led to another, and obviously the rest is history. We're married now. We got the rings. So we are going to share with you guys today essentially the work we had done on ourselves prior to getting together, which made it so much easier to determine if we were the right fit for each other. And it just made our commitment a no-brainer. So here are 4 pointers from us. We have 4 If you guys have a notebook and pencil or like notes on your laptop or notes on your phone, I suggest, you know, pulling it out and writing these down. So these are 4 pointers in preparing for a fulfilling relationship, whether that's marriage or just, you know, I don't know where you guys are at, but, you know, for us, our goal was marriage. So just any relationship in general, I think these are very applicable. So point number 1 is becoming the best me starts within my family. I really think that becoming the best me starts within the family. So there's this saying that oftentimes people only concentrate on finding the right person instead of becoming the right person. And it's my belief that becoming the right person starts within the family. Your family, you know, whatever that may look like, it's the starting point for all the relationships in your life. And however you act with your family will inevitably be reflected in your marriage or future relationship. So to illustrate this point, I'm actually going to share a story. It's embarrassing, but bear with me. It's a story of our first fight between Jeremy and I. But before that, a brief background on me. I grew up with 3 sisters, 3 Italian sisters. We are all equally loud and obnoxious. We were all very confrontational with each other. We love each other now, okay? But growing up, it was ruthless. Yeah. Simple disagreements just blew up into these huge verbal fights of like attacking each other and pulling each other down. So like that was still kind of my mindset about how fighting works. You get your defenses up and you get your fists out, and fights are won based on who can reduce the other one to tears first. It's absolutely awful, right? I'm sure some of you guys may be able to relate though. So fast forward to last year, Jeremy and I were in the kitchen, and it was over something that was trivial. It could have easily been discussed over a cup of tea. But because of my upbringing and how I learned how to fight with my sisters, when Jeremy confronted me, I got extremely defensive. I started verbally assaulting him, and I was just like full throttle aggressive. And like the whole time, God bless your heart, Jeremy, the whole time he was just like, where is this coming from? And I was getting even more upset because he wasn't fighting back with me. Like, isn't this how fighting works? You know, he's supposed to be coming back at me and then I come at him and it's just like, you know. Anyway, he leaves. I calm down. And when he comes back, just cuts straight through the bull crap. He goes, Sunny, I didn't feel any love in that exchange. I didn't feel any respect from you in the way you're speaking to me. And I was like, I was like, hello? Like, we are fighting. You're not supposed to feel love or respect. And then, yeah, he had patience. And then I kind of had, and like, that was my aha moment. You know, I've been fighting wrong my whole life. Here in front of me is the love of my life, a man I respect more than anyone. And I just like verbally assaulted him because that's just how it's always been done. And I didn't correctly practice how to fight in my family. So I brought that into my marriage. I was so taken aback and like disappointed in my response. And it was, believe it or not, that day that I was like, you know, I have to learn how to fight fair. And Jeremy, I'm very, very lucky because Jeremy is a super patient man. He's understanding, and I've been learning how to fight maturely, right, baby? I'm getting better. I've been doing a good job. And yeah, I've just been learning in my marriage what I had failed to learn within my family. So the message being that whatever habits you are practicing right now, I imagine you guys, you know, you're in college. I imagine you guys are single, or at least like, you know, if you're in a relationship, maybe it's not long-term or not long yet. don't want to say anything, but so what I'm trying to say is that whatever habits you are practicing right now in your family, whether it's with your mom, dad, siblings, uncles, grandparents, it doesn't magically disappear once you sign a marriage contract. So if you speak disrespectfully towards your parents, that's going to come out in your marriage with your spouse or your partner. If you lie or have a habit of cheating your siblings, that's going to be a habit you inevitably bring against your spouse or your partner. So whatever you're not working on right now within your family, you will have to work on in your marriage. I'm going to repeat that again, because that's important. Whatever you're not working on right now within your family, you will have to work on in your marriage. So if you have the mindset of, oh, I don't have to work on the way I fight because I'm going to be marrying someone perfect and he won't ever fight with me, or I don't have to work on honesty or communication because my wife will be able to magically read my mind, you are setting yourself up for disappointment and disaster. It's not going to be pretty. So save yourselves the misery by working on whatever nasty habits you have right now within your own family before you drag it into your marriage, where there is like really big potential to cause a lot of pain. So nasty habits don't just die once you've fallen in love. Work on things right now while you've got the relationships in your family. It'd be much easier than when you're in your marriage or long-term relationship. Okay, so point number 2, you attract what you are. I really strongly think this. I kind of find it hypocritical to have expectations for a partner that you don't have for yourself. For example, if you want someone who is always honest, but you're always bending the truth, or you want someone who never complains, but you are always complaining. So I am a firm believer that the universe seeks out like balance or equilibrium. So whatever you are, whoever you are, you will attract similarly into your life. About myself, after I had graduated college, I was essentially a born-again Christian. I had a really profound spiritual experience while spending some time in South Korea. So that made me decide to rededicate my life to Jesus Christ and my faith and my faith community. So working on my faith became my top priority. I wanted to meet someone who had strong faith in God as I was developing, but I knew that first I had to become someone who has strong faith in God as well. So after graduation, I actually spent almost 2 years in this spiritual journey of deepening my faith. I traveled through 7 different countries. I was doing mission work. I actually volunteered at one point with CARP in Costa Rica for about 7 weeks. That was super fun, super hard, super fun. Essentially, I had to materialize in myself what I hoped to receive in my partner. So when I was finally back home and Jeremy finally came around, we were getting to know each other and it just became like super obvious. Like, yeah, this makes sense. This is the man God has been preparing for me because I have been preparing all of this stuff in myself. And I don't mean to come across arrogantly by any means, but you really should be proud of the work you're doing in yourself. And you should be hopeful that the universe will introduce into your life a person that has been working on him or herself just as much as you have on yourself. So keep in mind that you attract what you are and you will get what you are becoming. So those are my 2 points. And then I'm passing you to Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you. Hi guys, nice to see you. Thanks for listening. Yeah, Sunny shared some awesome points. I'm just gonna continue by sharing a couple points which relate to like my own personal life and my own personal story of how I got to where I am now. The first point is to wait to seek out a relationship until you're ready to invest completely into another person. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I waited till like late college to actually start to seek out a relationship. And I know that might seem kind of weird these days, you know, because people typically start dating like high school, sometimes even middle school. But like for me, like I knew I wasn't ready, especially in high school, to like seek out a long-term relationship, because, you know, during that time I was still figuring out who I was and like developing myself, and, you know, I had a lot of issues like I was still had to deal with. And I knew if I had like tried to find like a relationship then, I would have brought all that emotional baggage into the relationship, and it would have been really difficult to like keep it going long term. Yeah, because I just knew I wanted to like give completely to my future wife. You know, I wanted to be my best self, and I wanted to, yeah, just be my best person for her. So, but yeah, I mean, that being said, it definitely, you know, it's not easy, especially like we live in a culture, I think, that really like promotes casual dating and, you know, even free sex. So, you know, it's not easy going against the flow, but that leads me to my second point, which is you really need to define what you want in life. And like, I mean, like you have to like ask yourself the why question, like, what do you really want? You know, like, I mean, if what you want is to like just casually date and like sleep around and stuff, I mean, that's your choice. But like, I personally believe that true happiness comes from committed relationships and family. And yeah, something that lasts forever. You know, like we all want that happily ever after. We all want true love and something that's gonna last. And I really saw that in like my own family. You know, my parents are committed to each other. They really love each other. And I knew like I wanted that for myself in the future. I just really wanted to, yeah, create an awesome family one day and have an amazing relationship. And the cool thing is though, like if you have that goal in mind and you set that goal for yourself, then you can take steps to like work toward that goal, you know, rather than just like jumping into like relationships and just hoping it works out. You know what you want, and then you can work toward that by developing yourself, which is awesome. And you can really be intentional about what you want in life. It's not just random that you're gonna get like this amazing relationship that lasts forever. You really decide that's what you want, you work toward it. And the cool thing is, if you do that, then you can find someone with those same values and goals. And that ties back to Sunny's second point of like attracting what you are. You know, like the cool thing was like when I found Sunny, like right off the bat, we talked about like our values, our goals, and like what we wanted. You know, we both wanted a committed relationship. We both wanted kids one day. And Sunny sent me a list of like 30 questions, like asking me about myself. And she was so clear on like trying to figure out what kind of person I was before jumping into a relationship. And so we got to start off our relationship on such a beautiful foundation of like, we both knew what we wanted. And all I can say is that I'm so happy I did it that way, because now like I have the best relationship, and it's just like having that trust and commitment and having our faith at the center is like, it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, I'm really happy. So.
Basically our pitch for marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, just to recap, guys, point number 1, becoming the best me starts within my family. Number 2, you attract what you are. Number 3, wait, if at all possible, really wait to seek out a relationship until you're ready to fully invest into it. And point number 4 is define what you really want in life. Define your why. So we have a really brief activity that you guys will discuss later. But if you guys happen to have a piece of paper, I doubt you guys do, but if you do, pull it out, and a pen. You can maybe do this on your phone, but draw the outline of your potential future partner, like your dream partner, Prince Charming or princess or queen or whoever your future marriage, long-term committed partner is. So draw that outline. Doesn't quite look like Jeremy, but anyways, I did this like over 10 years ago. I did this at a young age. So draw this outline, and I encourage you guys write at minimum 5. So minimum 5 characteristics or traits that you want in your partner. Maybe even non-negotiable, like something that's like absolute, like he has to be honest, he has to have integrity, he has to be trustworthy. At least 5 characteristics or traits that you want in your future spouse. So I'll give you guys like maybe 30 seconds to do that. And you will have time to discuss it afterward. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys back. I actually don't know how much time we have. How much time do we have? Okay, well, we're 4 minutes. Okay, cool, 4 minutes. So yes, you guys will have time to discuss what you guys wrote down, but essentially the point being that you attract what you are. So take a look at those, 5 or 10 or 15 things you have listed in here and ask yourself, do I embody this? Is this me? Am I trustworthy? Am I honest? Am I a person of integrity? And the more you can look at it as a mirror, I think the more clear you're going to become in terms of what you want to attract into your life and what kind of person you want to become to attract this person into your life. So with that being said, on a completely separate kind of side note, I do want to give a book pitch. I'm really into relationship books. So this is kind of directed towards like all the ladies who are listening. I highly recommend this book. It's called Marry Him. It's by Lori Gottlieb, called Marry Him. And it's this very eye-opening read, very funny. And it is the perfect starting point for especially us women who we have this like laundry list of what we want in a future man. It's this perfect starting point in shifting your mindset from finding Mr. Perfect to becoming a woman who can attract Mr. Perfect into her life. Jeremy is not perfect, but he's perfect for me. So this, I highly recommend getting it. It's cheap on Amazon, thrift books, wherever you can get a book. Mine's like I've read it, I think maybe 4 times. Highly recommend it. So yeah, in conclusion, we want to leave you guys with a message of hope. We hope we didn't scare any of you guys off. Marriage is awesome and it's really worth the effort. We got married at 25. It was worth the wait, 100% worth the wait. We know it can get depressing, especially when we consider like the divorce statistic in the United States. It's like 40 or 50%. And maybe you have parents or siblings who have gone through a divorce or are just in a very unhappy marriage or relationship. And I just seriously want to like implore you guys to really discover for yourself, like it's worth the effort, and to have this like loving and committed partnership at your side for the rest of eternity or the rest of your life. It's super rewarding, and it's not as scary or as hard as like the media or society makes it out to be. Like marriage is this really, truly beautiful and profound experience. And like for us, it has proven to be a dream come true. Like, yeah, we're in our first year of marriage, but it's like having an endless sleepover with your best friend, like someone that you can love unlimited and you can trust will love you unconditionally in return. So we hope we haven't scared you guys away from marriage, but really it's worth like all the effort for this like long-term and committed relationship. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you for letting us talk. We hope you guys can discuss these and how you guys liked our talk.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow, thank you